Eric Acosta here, and welcome to dotEXE. I shall be your host guide for this jaunt down podcasting lane. And with me is Professor of Video Games and Saving Content's own Ed Acosta.
Hey, hey.
Today is a special episode as we also have an illustrious guest. Warming their thoughts into your brain strands today is child gamer and daughter Genevieve Acosta.
Hi.
Hello, Genevieve. This is my daughter. She's a gamer, and would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am in 5th grade. I like video games, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, like, teamwork and building games are my favorite.
Okay.
So I like Splatoon, Minecraft, and Animal Crossing because they just have a weird attachment to me that I like.
They speak to you.
Basically.
That's good. Video games should speak to you. You should be excited and having fun with those. Speaking of excited and having fun with those, yes. I'm going to start off with some games that I'd like to play.
You like to play, so you haven't played?
No, I like to play, not liked. Would like to play.
I heard a liked.
Oh, I apologize. I can't speak. So I have been playing Arceus. Like we said last week, I started my Arceus run. And it's been going pretty okay. But I was trying to catch alphas.
Okay.
And if anyone's played Arceus, if anyone has played Arceus, you know that the alphas are those big guys, and I've been trying to catch them. Well, I wasted 30, 40 Pokeballs on one Rapidash alpha, which is one of the beginning ones that you kind of get to, right?
Yeah, I think you mentioned this a little bit last week. It was like a level 40?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure it's the first one. Like the first one.
The first one you encountered?
Yeah.
Well, the first one you encounter is that Cricketune, which is part of this story. But yeah, this first one outside of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Cricketune, was not aware that I had to go through that main story first before I could catch the alphas. So I was trying to catch the Rapidash alpha before going through the Cricketune storyline, so it was never going to happen.
Oh, okay.
But it still let me throw the Pokeballs at it.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, we're going to let you waste the Pokeballs.
Right? Well, see, at first, I was thinking the game, RNG, right? My RNG left me and it's gone to Dez. And then I was playing more, and Dez is like, have you finished that mission where it introduces an alpha? I said, no. She's like, you might have to. I'm like, huh. So I did. And as soon as I did, I think on the third Pokeball I threw, caught it. So that was a dumb me situation there. Yeah, it didn't work out for me. Speaking of Arceus,
yes,
as some people might say, Arceus.
Correct.
There was an article that I read, and then I had to try and verify with a book produced by the Nintendo company.
Correct.
Okay, published. It is actually a book Genevieve owns. Good luck trying to find it in her messy room.
Shush.
But it does have a pronunciation for the word Arceus. And it is AR-KEE-US. Arceus.
So I'm going to throw a wrench into your explanation here.
I don't like wrenches.
Is this book published in English or Japanese?
Well, of course it's in English because I couldn't read it in Japanese.
So like I mentioned before, I believe the Japanese pronunciation is with the soft C, not the hard C. So Arceus would be correct in Japan. Arceus would be correct here.
I say both, so I don't care.
Where do you live?
In an apartment.
America.
In the United States. So therefore, you use the United States version.
Arceus.
Arceus.
Arceus, great.
No.
Well, we've got plenty of other debates coming up a little later.
A little foreshadowing.
Yes. So I'm going to round out what I've been playing at with State of Decay 2.
Yeah, so how far have you gotten through on that?
Okay, so I picked it back up a little bit, and I've gotten probably about a good 6-ish hours in continuation. I got the gameplay loop. I definitely think it's going to be a game I have to play with people, with friends.
Okay.
It's just too stressful of the game.
I mean, that's kind of the point, though, too.
Yes.
You know, it is a zombie apocalypse. It is just you and a group of people who can eventually not be a group of people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sure.
yeah, it's supposed to be stressful and it's supposed to keep you on your toes.
Well, and so the majority, and I get that stress because that's that, what is it? Atmospheric stress, that stress trying to bring you into the game and make you feel like the characters, right? The stress I'm actually talking about that mostly stressed me, that still stressed me because, zombies. But
Right.
the stress that mostly got me was all of the economic and inventory stuff. That stress, that the constant, like, okay, you need food for all of your people. Cool. But I got to find it, or I got to find a place that is going to produce it. And then I have to produce it at a certain rate, or else people don't get fed. And that just all of that base building thing is too much for me.
So you can create like farms and everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to always go out and find food.
That is correct. Like in the beginning of the game, you can get a food, and I think it's either ammo. It's a food, ammo, and I think actually water or something like that. Like outpost.
Okay.
So and I did that. I got food and I got something else. I can't remember what it was, but that outpost to bring medical supplies. That's what it is. Food and medical supplies. So
something necessary,
right? and it brings it in a little bit. So it reins it in, so it's not so bad. But it's just that I think that overall stress level. I know where it's gonna go, and I can see where if supply lines go bad, it's going to hurt the game. It hurt me.
Right.
Whereas like a game like 7 Days to Die,
Mm-hmm.
it's not, there's no automatic income. There's, finding it, but then there's a lot of this natural resource stuff that you can craft by yourself.
Gotcha.
Where you're not having to rely on just this generic food number. That's where I think most of that stress is coming in for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something I think is where I would play with other people, just because allowing that, like, okay, I'm going to go out and find some food, whatever, or outpost or whatever. And, Ed, you're playing. Ed, you're going to go out and find some, medical or ammo, or, splitting up jobs.
Okay.
Makes it, I think, feel better.
So Genevieve, you listed off some of the things you liked before. Does that sound like something that you would play?
What?
A zombie game?
A zombie game?
No.
No.
Definitely not. The only zombie game I would really be playing is maybe like if they were like
Mm-hmm.
friendly.
Friendly?
Oh, friendly zombies?
So cute, cuddly zombies. Like, we just want hugs.
No.
We don't want brains. We want hugs.
Brains are bad. Hugs are good.
Sure.
We want to build up your brains.
And then they go into a dance number.
And-
We're all in this to zombie.
Sure.
So, okay, you're not a big zombie
So not on big
gal.
on zombies.
I get
No.
it. So what are you big into? You listed a few games before. What are you big into?
I like animals.
Okay.
Animals? Okay.
Oh, I like animals too.
And most of the games that I like have to deal with animals.
Okay.
Like Animal Crossing, of course.
Bunch of animals
Like
there.
Splatoon is ink, which
They're animals.
which could be a squid. There's
Yes.
like an octopus, which is an octoling, and then there's inkling, which is a squid.
Uh-huh.
So then there's both whatevers.
So are you excited to hear more and see more about Splatoon 3?
Yes, I am super pumped about that.
Ooh, what about it are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to like all the new hairstyles and like all the new guns and places they have. I'm just really excited.
Okay.
I remember you were my youngest daughter was also trying to play a little bit of Splatoon with Genevieve.
Oh my gosh.
And I was hearing a slight battle of my youngest wanting to use a certain weapon that Genevieve said, I don't use that because it's not good. So I'd like to know what weapon that was, because that was a battle for about 15 minutes.
Well, those I didn't like it because it was a gun that has a very short range.
Okay.
It has bad specials, and I'm pretty sure it was like, oh wait, I remember what it was. It was the blaster.
Okay, what's
the blaster? It's like...
Wait, the blaster?
Like the main blaster gun, or...
Like the...
Because this is about the... If it's the one I'm thinking of, you're about to answer my question.
It's the one that has the red and it's black.
Red and black?
And then it doesn't shoot very far.
Okay, so no, that's probably not the one I was thinking of. So my question will still stand after you're done.
Yeah, and I love using the what is it called again?
You're talking to Splatoon noobs.
100%.
So it's basically it's a bucket that has bubbles in it.
Okay.
And then you basically like toss it.
Oh, you're tossing buckets of ink on everybody?
Basically, but they're like bubbles.
Challenge?
They're bubbles and they bounce and then they pop.
On
the ground.
Oh, and then it makes the
and there's like multiple bubbles. Yeah.
Oh, so it's more of a ground.
It's an AoE attack,
right? Not really for attacking opponents. More for
it kind of is.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah, I like killing people with it.
Okay.
So my question, when Uncle Ed played Splatoon on the Wii U, his favorite weapon to use was the NES blaster, mainly because it was an NES blaster. Is that still a viable weapon in the meta?
I don't remember what that is.
Okay.
But
showing our age.
Just a little bit. It's a gun. It's a standard looking, like pistol looking gun. I believe in game it is orange and gray, although it could be gray and gray.
Is it like really skinny and long?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the sniper.
Nope.
No, there's another one.
It's another one.
It's like a handgun.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to attempt to draw this gun for her. So
okay,
this is an audio podcast. We don't have visual.
You keep the discussion going.
So what else about Splatoon? I know, like I said, you've played a lot of Splatoon 2 with your friends. What about it really engages you? Are you like the first person shooter aspect or third person shooter aspect, or is it because you can work with a team against others? Because I know you said
I kind of like that. And there's another part that I really like about it.
What's that?
It's about, well, there's two other parts that I love about it, because you get to buy your own things, and there's these like different little stores they can buy them from. So there's like a hat store, a shoe store, a weapon store.
So you can accessorize your squid.
Yeah.
I finished drawing, by the way.
Okay, so yes, is that the gun that have you seen that one in the game?
Something similar to that?
Kind of, but I don't know what that is.
It's a possibility that they didn't have. Was that a special? Like, did you get the
maybe that was only
DLC or something?
Maybe that was only on the Wii.
You think?
The Wii U. That might have been the case. I don't know. Because I mean, we understand what that is. We know what that looks like.
Oh yes,
we've seen it. When you say NES blaster, right in our head.
Nope, it's not.
That's the regular Splatoon blaster.
Yeah, that looks more like a. Yeah. I'm googling it for her right now.
This one. That's the one.
Yeah, that's not the one we're thinking of. That is very much like a hot rod version of a super soaker.
Yeah,
right?
That it does not go
almost
far.
Almost like a Gatling gun.
Okay, so
it does not go far.
We're just gonna. I typed in NES Splatoon blaster, so we're just gonna put the NES blaster. This guy right here.
No,
you've not seen that.
Wait, I think I have. Yeah.
in the game, right?
Yeah, I think I have.
I was close. I had the little gray thing on the top instead of the bottom.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Okay. Well, there's a little odd tangent that people can't really see. But if you want to look at it,
I mean, they can Google it.
You can Google NES Blaster. And then you get a picture of what we're talking about. Especially for any of you younger viewers who's probably never seen this blaster in their life, it's the orange and gray one. When you Google NES Blaster, it was used for Duck Hunt and some other games. Mainly it was Duck Hunt. I don't even know, Genevieve. Have you ever played Duck Hunt? Do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
Okay, so did you ever play Smash Brothers? Do you play Smash Brothers with Keegan every once in a while?
Yeah.
Have you seen the character? There is a character, I believe, in there. It's Duck Hunt.
His name is Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt is
a dog.
dog.
That guy, the dog and the duck thing.
Yep. So that is Duck Hunt.
Yeah, that gunny thing. Gunny thing.
I just found a picture of one of the Squid Kids holding
Inklings.
I'm sorry. An Inkling holding one of the NES blasters.
We're being learned.
We're getting educated on
There's
it.
one more thing.
Okay.
Wait, no, two more things.
Two more
things. Okay, go.
So there's the one thing, there's another thing that I like about Splatoon is that there's these musical games. So
Are they like rhythm games?
yeah, kind of. It's kind of like the Takanoko thingy.
Like the drums?
Game. Yeah, it's kind of like that drum thing, but like it's with the ZR and the A and up and down and side to side buttons on the Switch. And you have to click it at the right time, and you can get like a silver squid, and you can get a gold squid. Gold squid
like
is
trophies?
Getting a silver squid is getting all the notes, but a gold squid is getting all the notes on the exact perfect time.
Right, okay.
So.
And do you get like coins to buy accessories or stuff with it, or is it just a trophy?
It's just a fun game.
Okay.
And then there's one more thing that I like about Splatoon.
What's that?
It is the Octo expansion.
I heard a lot about that actually.
It is fun if you really know how to do it.
If you really know how to do it, what do you mean by that?
So yeah, isn't the Octo expansion like a story mode?
It's kind of like a story mode. It kind of basically is, except for like there is a story mode. It's like where you get the big squid thing back, whatever it's called, the blobfish or something.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. I've seen this.
Tower, and then you have to go talk to Marie to do it all that stuff and stuff. Yeah,
Marie, stay fresh, Marie.
Yes.
I just did the little hand thingy, by the way. You can't see it, but I just did it.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now, well, I already saved her, but Callie was brainwashed by these glasses that DJ, I don't remember what his name is, DJ something. He's the octopus. Yeah. He put the glasses on Callie, which is the pink one. From the original, and I saved her, and now she's regular now, and there's two other people that are doing the news now. It's Pearl and Marina, and now they say...
Is Marina the one who's the Octoling?
Yes. So she's the only Octoling that's done the news so far.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And their saying is, don't get cooked, stay off the hook.
That's so morbid.
Yeah. Like,
I think I prefer the original better.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah. That's a lot about Splatoon.
Yeah, that is a game that I know you play, and look, I love you. I love that you play video games. I cannot get into that game. But do you have any other games aside from Splatoon?
I've already talked a little bit about Animal Crossing, and I like Spiritfarer and
very good game.
And Minecraft.
Minecraft is also very good.
All right, that's cool. Have you played any of those games recently?
I might have played Minecraft like a week ago.
Okay.
Well, is there anything you want to talk about with either of those games? Anything that really hits home for you?
Any funny stories?
Well, this one time in Minecraft when I was playing with my Uncle Ed.
Oh, okay. I know this guy.
No, you don't.
I'm familiar, I believe, with the name.
And we were playing on one of my islands. No, islands. I'm thinking of Animal Crossing.
Okay.
We were playing on one of our worlds. And I built this cart.
Okay.
This track. I put a bunch of the carts, the rail cart things.
Okay.
And I take pig spawn eggs.
Yes.
And I put pigs everywhere.
I remember this. I was trying to build a little entrance to an underground cavern. And I remember coming up for air, quote unquote air. And there was a bunch of pigs everywhere.
Sounds like someone was grieving.
And I actually killed them all with a diamond sword and got a bunch of XP.
Okay.
Not that XP means much when you're in creative
mode.
No, well, I went into survival once I got my diamond sword, and then I killed them.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't have many other funny Oh, wait. There's
Oh, if you got another one, share. Do it.
There was this one time where I was on Levia, my friend's Switch, and I went onto her Minecraft server.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's always dangerous.
It's always a good way to start.
Her and Elise, which is her big sister, they made a world, and guess what that world was called?
I don't know. What was
Super
it called?
Fun Happy Time World?
No.
What was it?
It was called Big Toe.
Big Toe.
And then I go into the world. I go onto the roof of her house she has, and then I go to the chat and I type Big Toe with an exclamation mark at the end. And then I leave.
And then you leave.
And you leave. Ha!
You snuck a big toe in there.
Stinky toe.
And that's when Levy was in dance class. So,
all right.
I don't have many other things, but there's one thing that I forgot to say about Splatoon.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
What is it?
That there's this thing in Splatoon where it's like local, so you can play with your like other friends.
Okay. Yeah.
And after you go there, it's called the shoal. But me, Madeline, Livia, Lisa, we all don't call it the shoal. We call it the shoe.
The shoe?
Because that's just the better name for it.
The shoe.
Inside jokes. Gotta love them.
Kind of all I have.
Well, it's a good thing that there's no way, because they'll cut shoes' feet from under them.
Hey-oh.
Also inside jokes. Well,
I don't understand.
That is an inside joke that is outside of your realm, yes.
That is an inside joke of inside jokes.
We gonna...
So, I did play something new for this week. Assetto Corsa Competizione. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the latest update for Assetto Corsa for the next gen consoles. If you're not familiar with Assetto Corsa, it is very much in the ilk of like a Gran Turismo, but more simulation. It is PC oriented first and then made its way to consoles. This is a game that definitely requires a steering wheel. You can play with a controller and it tries to adjust to the way you play with a few tests at the very, very beginning of the game. And you can go in there and you can kind of customize controls. But you can tell that this game is not made for a gamepad. It's just too twitchy. But it's fun. The only issue that I have with Assetto Corsa is just with any of the Assetto Corsas that have come out so far, they're very dry. But that is the type of game that they're going for. You know, it's simulation. It's just very robotic is probably a good descriptor, but not negatively describing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's very point A to point B. Do this, do that. There's menus to get to the things you need to do. I was playing through the career mode. The first 3 races, like I said, are to kind of test your abilities and to get you into the right difficulty and settings. It starts you out in a Lamborghini, GT something or other. Which basically a Aventador.
Oh, okay. So these are they are name branded cars, right?
Oh yeah, these are licensed vehicles. So when I got out into my own car, because it has you pick which car do you want to drive. I chose the McLaren 670, 650. I forget
I don't know.
It's a very fast car.
Yes, very quick.
Sonic
fast. So I mean, it's fun. It is very smart of them to get this out before GT.
I was just getting ready to say that. Get that little bit of crowd that's waiting for GT to come out, that are trying to gobble. They're done with sport. They're waiting for that. Then GT7. This is where they're gonna maybe pick up a lot of users, and it probably will drop off. But at least they get initial sales. Yeah,
and if you're on the PC, you're not getting Gran Turismo on the PC.
That's true. That's true.
Who knows what in the future?
Well, yeah.
So this is, if you're on the PC, you're waiting for updates like this. But I don't actually know if they did an update alongside the next gen updates for the PC, being that the PC already is kind of like their bread and butter.
Right. That's a good point.
The other thing I was playing this week was more GTA Online, and my biggest thing right now is juggling between the different businesses that I have. Doing heists with the submarine, doing the different nightclub missions, doing the CEO stuff, trying to do like car warehouse. Now I've got an arcade that I'm kind of keeping track of.
Wow.
And
yeah, I've got to get that.
with the arcade, that you can buy what they call a master control terminal, which can bring all the different PC menus from your different jobs into one. So it kind of helps just control everything. So it's really nice.
Yeah, and that way you don't have to go to each location to start the job.
Correct.
That's the killer for me, is that, it's not a long ways away, but if you've got to do a job or supplies, pick up supplies, deliver supplies, and then wait for it, then you go somewhere else, do the same thing, then you got to go back. It's just so much traveling in the world. It can get daunting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is just so much being able to go through the map, going, all the way to the north, coming back all the way to the south, but just to go use a computer.
Right. And that's it. It's just to use a computer to start this. Like, it seems... you could tell that this game was in 2014 or whenever it was. It still hasn't
understand any of this.
Well,
stuff.
you're too young to play GTA.
Well, you made me fly a helicopter, and I accidentally crashed it, and you blew it up, and then the police killed me.
I did not blow it up. You crashed it, and you blew it up.
No, I crashed it, and then you were like, "Oh no, what do I do with this?" So then you took out your grenades or something, and then you blew it up.
Well, yeah, because that was a mission, and I had to deliver that supply, and you flipped it upside down. The helicopter was going nowhere.
So the other thing, speaking of flying in a helicopter, the other thing I ended up buying with my heist money was the dotEXE. Now, in game, the dotEXE is basically a DeLorean. And it is a flying DeLorean, a la Back to the Future.
Yes.
There's no 88 miles per hour and you go faster.
I think somewhere when they first came out, they talked about a flux capacitor and made little nods to it, but
that is a very nice car to be able to get around, because you can just switch right into hover mode and then fly across the map. Slow pace, but faster than the car can drive. So it's good for just doing little missions, flying back to somewhere else, coming back. So it's been a very convenient car to have.
Cool. So that's kind of what we've been playing, catching up. But we had a nice little chat earlier about cereals and foods. Like, what does everyone like? And we thought, my Genevieve here thought, you know what? Can we do a bracket? So, hey guys, if you've listened to Saving Content Quick Save, you know that they do brackets and have done brackets. Most of them, I think both of them were started by
Saving
Ed
Content's own Ed Acosta.
Yeah. So we're going to do our own bracket. And we're going to do, because they're always wrong. I mean, they mess them up all the time.
And
especially
we're not
the candy.
Right.
Right. Almond Joys for number one. We all know this.
Yes.
It's common
we all agree.
knowledge. I don't understand.
They're just stupid or something.
We wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say they're stupid. Maybe misguided.
Misguided. There we go.
They just didn't learn.
That's it. They don't have a refined palate.
They don't have a refined palate like us.
So we're gonna fill your ear holes with a cereal bracket. And this is a bracket that was actually the cereals were chosen by Genevieve.
Hello.
And we're gonna go through and just kind of agree as best we can. And because there's three of us, there's no ties. We always have a tiebreaker. So, Ed, if you would open the bracket.
Open the bracket. She has it folded, and I'm trying not to get paper ruffles on the mic. So bear with me.
Good point.
Okay. We do not know which cereal she picked.
Until now.
All right. So, go ahead, Miss Genevieve, and give us the first contenders in the first bracket.
Our first bracket is Reese's Puffs and Fruit Loops.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puff.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's a
Reese's
pen.
Puff.
You can go ahead and put the winner down.
You can just abbreviate it. Yep.
And if it's a stalemate, you're the tiebreaker.
Yep.
Yeah,
Reese's Puff. Like, I like.
Oh yeah, Reese's Puffs is just. I mean, Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
Fruit Loops are okay. They're good.
They're doable. They're good in a pinch, but
I can eat those dry.
Yeah.
They're one of those good
see,
cereals.
Reese's Puffs are definitely one of those. It's like there's that little bit more flavor.
Yeah,
that you just don't get.
Here's where I go with it. Is I'm not a big peanut butter fan to begin with, but I love Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
Well, because it really does. It really isn't peanut butter. It doesn't really taste like peanut butter.
Yeah, it's just like. It's
All
good.
right, next.
Fruity Pebbles, and Cocoa Puffs.
Ooh, Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. Oh wait, Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Puffs. So you decide not to go with Cocoa Krispies or Cocoa Pebbles. You went with the Puffs.
Yeah. See, I like Fruity Pebbles.
I do too.
I like Fruity Pebbles, but here's the thing: Cocoa Puffs make the chocolate milk.
They do?
Yeah, I say Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, put it down for the Puffs. I ain't gonna fight that.
So far we're double puffing.
Hey, those are a good. They soak up the milk.
Yes. And
yes.
It's like a little, when you let them sit for a little bit, the little balls of like deliciousness that like they soak them up and then you eat them, goes poof, just in your mouth.
Yeah.
Delicious.
This one might be a little hard.
Okay.
But Cocoa Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh.
I say Cinnamon Toast.
Yeah, see, I was going to go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, but man, the
you put some strong ones together.
The Cocoa Pebbles really do give a nice chocolatey milk.
They do. But see, I love the cinnamon milk.
I love the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love the Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk. You have a good point, sir.
It is just that level of eliteness.
Yeah. And we're not crazy like people who dump out their milk.
What?
No, you drink that up.
Who does that?
Crazy
What
people.
insane person does that?
Crazy people.
Ugh. Next.
Raisin Bran, like the crunchy Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran
okay.
Crunch.
All
Okay.
right, you've extred that.
And Life cereal.
And Life cereal?
I say Life.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Life only because any Raisin Bran, any of the versions that they have out there, I'm not a fan of the way that they package in the raisins because it's like a glob of raisin
Yeah.
right in the back of your mouth. Granted, they're still good. I'll eat a Raisin Bran Crunch.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
I'm not gonna shoot out the door.
Yeah, like the Raisin Bran crunchy, like the crunchy Raisin Bran. Like I can put it in some milk and it'll taste good. But like Life cereal tastes good dry or with milk.
Right. See, that's where I was going to end up with Life cereal. Is that
it's good in both.
It's good dry or with milk. Where it's Raisin Bran Crunch, you really Raisin Bran in general, you gotta have the milk.
Yeah,
because that has to soften some things. If not, then it's just like razor blades.
Yeah.
Okay, so Life it
texture
is.
thing. It's Life. Yep. Life it is.
Okay. So now we have Oops All Berries, the cotton candy, and regular Oops All Berries.
Oh, I'm gonna make a confession. I've not had the cotton candy Oops All Berries.
Oh, really?
I have not.
Really? I've only had them because of Grandma.
So my
and Papa.
default is Oops All Berries.
I say cotton candy.
See, I go with the all berries, not cotton candy, because the cotton candy, and this could be an age thing, right? The cotton candy.
Is it too sweet for your palate?
It's too sweet. It is a lot of extra sweetness that I don't think is really needed.
Okay.
But that could be an age thing. Right?
Sure,
I guess it could be. Well, I don't like Lisa, my friend, likes Oreo filling.
Oreo filling's
I
delicious.
don't.
Well, that's true. When I heard that, I was shocked. Genevieve will eat the outside cookies, the outside of the outside of the Oreos or cookies, and then we'll scrape off. She'll eat the filling every once in a while, but typically she doesn't. And I go, what happened?
I'll usually eat it if it's mint.
Okay,
yeah, the mint ones are good.
yeah, because that's got a separate flavor, and I think I get it. It's just
Or the
it's a lot of
Pop Rock,
sugar.
like the
flavor.
When they have the 4th of July
Fourth
ones.
of July,
Yeah,
Pop
those are-
Rocks. Those are the good ones.
I
Those are
wish
good.
the Pop Rock was stronger in those.
Yeah, it's just
because
like
I want it to
tiny.
pop.
It's just like tiny. You have to eat like 5 of them just to get the right pop.
You know, we should have a Oreo bracket sometime. Just all the
There's
Oreo
so
flavors.
many Oreo flavors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
The correct flavors.
Yeah. Maybe I'll write one up and send it to the guys.
Hey, there you go.
Chocolate
See how wrong they can be.
Lucky Charms or chocolate Lucky Charms?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
That's what I thought.
Lucky Charms.
Also,
do you say?
confession, I've not had the chocolate ones.
The kids,
But-
Keegan and Maris, my oldest and youngest, love them. I'm not sure about this one, but they like the chocolate ones over the regular.
All right. It's just chocolate and marshmallows other than like hot chocolate seems strange.
But the type of marshmallow that's in a cereal is not the type of marshmallow I would expect in a hot chocolate.
Actually,
But
it's the same.
As I was saying that, but it is. They're both just freeze dried marshmallows, right? But see, I also don't really like those. I don't like the packet, like the Swiss Miss packet.
Yeah.
With marshmallows, I make my own marshmallows.
Oh.
That's a lot better, I think.
Yeah, at least that.
Because I'm just snooty like that.
All right.
We make our own marshmallows. 2 more brackets.
2 more.
Apple Jacks or Berry Cheerios?
Ooh,
Apple Jacks.
I would.
I love me some
wait
Apple
a minute,
Jacks.
though. Oh, those berry ones are pretty good.
I mean, if you said apple cinnamon Cheerios, I'd have to be like, okay, this is a tough decision. But Apple Jacks, yeah, Apple Jacks, winner.
You know, Apple Jacks has to be because it does gives a flavor to the milk that the berries don't. The berry Cheerios
But the berries
don't.
do.
The berry Cheerios.
I
It's not
say
as
berries
much of a-
because I say berries because it gives it like a fruity taste.
I'm gonna have to give it to Apple Jacks. Yeah. So that's what 2-1.
There goes Apple Jacks.
All right.
All right.
Next,
Yeah, but
what is the last?
The
set?
last one before we get into the
the last set.
next round.
The last set is Captain Crunch and Honey Smacks.
Ooh.
Honey Smacks. Because this regular old Captain Crunch is razor blades in your mouth.
But they're fun razor blades in your mouth.
Yeah, like I say Captain Crunch.
Here's my negative.
Honey Smacks is like pure sugar.
But here's my negative to Honey
Yeah.
Smacks. They get soggy too quick.
Yeah, and whenever
They
you
are
have,
rice puffs, so
whenever,
yes.
and then whenever you have them dry, if you try to use your hand, it sticks
The
to your
sticky.
hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get sticky. Well,
Like,
that's
you have
because
to
the honey.
lick your
That's the
hand.
honey.
You have to lick your hand just to get it off your hand.
But when they're first in that milk, They are amazing.
But it's such a short time window.
Yeah.
Then you don't fill it up so much. You're not getting a mixing bowl full of cereal like you would with like
the bar.
Oops All Berries or something.
No. You're not kidding. I'm getting a mixing. I'm a box. I'm eating a box. I'm gonna have to go with Captain Crunch.
So that's
That's 2 for
Crunch.
Captain. All right.
okay. So now we have Reese's Puffs and Cocoa Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's.
Man, that was good.
That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. All right, what do we got next?
Next we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Life.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Sorry, Des, I love you.
CTC.
And now we have Oops All Berries and Lucky Charms.
Oops All Berries.
Oops All Berries.
If maybe
I like
if
Lucky
was,
Charms, but Oops All Berries.
maybe if it was Oops All Lucky Charms.
Oops All
Marshmallows?
That is a thing. Apparently, there's.
Well,
one
you can
that's-
buy the bags.
You can buy the bags of just the marshmallows.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
They
just
know their
freeze-dried
audience, right?
marshmallows, Yeah.
they know their audience. I mean, like we said the previous podcast, Cinnamon Toast Crunch now has the sugar that you can just powder
Yeah.
everything.
Apple
So
Jacks and Captain Crunch.
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
There's no competition there.
What do you think?
That is.
I think Captain Crunch, but okay.
Oh well,
It's Apple Jacks.
you lost on that one. Sorry,
They
honey.
taste like apples.
They do.
But I like Captain Crunch.
Well, yeah.
So Reese's Puff and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a killer. Oh no. Did you plan that?
Nope.
I think you planned that.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Okay. Reese's Puffs
Are really
are
good.
really good in milk.
In milk.
And then you eat it. They
Yeah.
don't leave a good milk afterwards. It's just regular milk. Cinnamon Toast Crunch
I
are
say cinnamon.
good,
I say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
and they leave a good milk. So I think,
Mm.
I
I'm gonna have to go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
think I'm going with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Yeah, because I agree with that.
I love Reese's Puffs.
I
though.
agree. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. But then I do remember after you get down to like where it's just the milk, there is a slight film kind of
Sure.
Yeah.
in the milk.
And
for
you know what? Now that I think
Reese's
about it,
Puffs.
I could have a bowl of both, and then want seconds.
It's gonna be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, it's going to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'll get seconds
Yeah.
of. The Reese's Puff will be like,
I'm good with that.
maybe.
If it was a
Or not.
smaller bowl,
Right,
then yeah.
I could easily go through a few boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whereas Reese's Puff, after like a bowl or two, I've got that flavor. I'm good. I'm set. I'm off on my day.
So this is second to
So we're in the
Second-
semifinals.
Semifinal.
Yeah.
well, Lucky Charms
Uh-huh.
or Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
Lucky Charms. You're the tiebreaker. I say Lucky Charms.
Apple Jacks is solid. It's got a good, but I do like those marshmallows.
Didn't
You know what?
wait.
But
Did Lucky Charms win or did Oops All Berries win?
Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms won. You guys said Lucky
Okay.
Charms all the way.
I think it was Oops All Berries.
No, you guys said Lucky Charms all the way.
Okay.
are we being hosed here?
I don't
No,
know.
that's what
Are
you
we,
guys
are we
said.
old and forgetting things?
I'm going to, well, either
That's
way.
what you guys said.
Either way,
I
I would have gone with Apple Jacks because they taste like apples.
I say Lucky Charms.
I'm gonna have to go with Apple Jacks. It's a higher. It's a flavor
Yes.
that's the king.
Now
Also-
this is our
Also one of the few, cereals out there that when you eat dry, it's like a snack.
Yeah. Like I could eat Lucky Charms dry, but
I can't
not a whole lot. Like it needs that milk.
yeah, because
to
you
bring
can
it
eat
together.
the marshmallows by themselves. You can kind of eat the corn bits by themselves,
Yeah.
but not a lot.
Yeah.
I could snack on Apple Jacks all day.
That's true.
Okay, so this is our last.
All right, the final.
The
The
final.
final is Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Apple Jacks.
All right. So I'm gonna vote for Apple Jacks.
I say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, so why Apple Jacks?
Because I guess I have a thing for apple flavor. Because if I
You skewed a little bit.
Yeah. because it's not on the list, but if apple cinnamon Cheerios were on there, they would be making it to the end for me also.
Mm.
But what if it was Apple Jacks and Apple Cinnamon Cheerios?
Between the two, probably Apple Jacks. I think.
Jacks. So you're an Applejack aficionado.
Oh yeah. I like to think myself as a Applejack aficionado. They are the better Fruit Loop.
I like.
They're the more elegant of the Fruit Loops. Yeah. The round circle cereals.
I say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, so why do you say Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Because when they're dry, you can just like lick the cinnamon sugar off of it, and then you can like eat it, and like you can eat it dry.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
I mean, that's also a very good cereal to eat dry.
I don't even care if it's crunched up. I don't care. It's delicious.
Okay.
If you put it in milk, the milk is just wonderful and glorious.
Yes, it is.
It's true. That's all valid points. And
if you dump out your milk after you just ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch in it,
that's bad.
You're a monster.
Monster. 100%.
So Apple Jacks will leave a nice appley flavor in your milk, a sugary apple flavor, but
albeit yes.
They're just so good.
All right, so I have my decision, which then makes the winner.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna tell a story.
Oh boy.
And this is how you guys are gonna get where I'm coming from.
Okay.
I have made
Apple Jacks. Great.
Incorrect. I have made before cinnamon toast crunch. Okay. I have taken cinnamon sugar toast, and put cinnamon toast crunch between two slices of cinnamon sugar toast.
Okay.
And eaten that. And was delicious.
Glorious.
I do not deny this.
I cannot think of a situation in which the Apple Jacks could enhance a meal of that nature.
So, are we looking outside of just natural cereal uses then?
I have to, because they are so close in cereal rating. I love them both equally. I have to step outside my box and think, what have I done separately, adding these things to, or what would I do? And I don't have something I can pull the Apple Jacks into.
Dad.
Me.
Also, adding on to the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. Mm.
I remember the time where we took the Benetton, the small vanilla one, and then I sliced it up and I put cinnamon and sugar on it.
Correct.
And then cinnamon sugar butter on it, and then I put the Cinnamon Toast Crunch on it. The
very, very similar. It's if you don't know what Benetton is, it's the base one was like a fruit cake.
Yes.
But it's more kind of similar to a pound cake, but a little heavier. And the vanilla one just doesn't have the fruit in it. So
gotcha.
Basically the same thing.
Yes. Again, it's something I've used as a topping that I cannot think I cannot find a topping usage for Apple Jack. So it's gonna be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I guess,
Our winner is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, okay. So Oreos wins.
Wins. Yes, there were some that were not on the list.
That would be my winner regardless of anything on that list. I would have fought tooth and nail for Oreo O's.
I could guarantee you I would have fought tooth and nail for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If it's between those two, Oreos and Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
it would have been
no. Okay.
Are we gonna get into our topic?
That was a fun little
fun little,
I like that.
That was fun. It was enjoyable.
But this whole thing kind of proved the difference in age of like taste buds and what people what you like as a kid and as an adult. And that kind of goes the same with video games, I would think. Right?
Yeah.
Obviously you've got the standard, this video game just isn't for your age. A la GTA.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, or Doom or something like that. But how does your age make a difference with video games. How you play them, how you absorb them, how you see them. For me, you look at it. Is it about story? Is it about what it looks like? Is it how you play? Is it easy to play?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of thing. So I would like to see the viewpoint of someone younger. Me and Ed, we're about the same age, only 2 years off. So Genevieve.
Yes.
How do you see a video game? When you walk up and into a store and you're looking for video games, what attracts you to a video game?
Well, if it has animals in it and it's really cute,
okay,
mostly, I would like that. And I really like third person shooter. Is it like where you're
from behind the person's back,
like over the shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
yeah. Because I like Halo Infinite.
Okay,
especially with just like the teams.
So Halo Infinite is first person until you are doing like some traversing around the world,
right? Or
you're like holding a big heavy weapon. So do you mean both in that regard, first person and looking over the shoulder?
Yeah, I really like using the hammer.
Okay, yeah, that's
okay.
third person.
So I really like using that because I can see like what's kind of beside me or behind me,
right?
A little bit. So like if someone's sneaking on me, like that. And they got the new skin color.
Oh yes,
beautiful.
Yes.
I can fill with beauty.
Someone got themselves some of that fancy OPI nail polish, so they got them. Okay, so it is a purple shader for your Spartan armor. I didn't realize it sparkles.
It is sparkly.
It sparkles.
Yeah, it sparkles. Like it's not
Definitely.
like
it is like a metallic coat.
Yeah, it really looks like a sheen.
That is.
I downloaded it and I was like, oh my gosh, that is really glitter.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's kind of cosmic looking. Yeah, but yeah, so when you're like, so you play, you like that type of game. Are you in games for story? Are you in games to play like just like multiplayer? Like what is your investment in a video game?
Yeah, so like put it this way. In Animal Crossing, what are you coming to Animal Crossing for? What do you find enjoyable when you play Animals Crossing?
Animals Crossing.
Animals Crossing.
I find that talking to villagers and meeting new villagers and like seeing what they look like, I think that's just like a something for me.
So like some of the dress up and social aspects, being able to talk to them or giving them new outfits to wear and things like that.
Yes. And decorating your island, which I'm not good at. But yeah, I just like it because I get to talk and meet new villagers and stuff and all that. It just pulls me in for more.
So I have a general question.
Especially my grandparents. They're like, hey, here's 3 million bells.
Well, they're billionaires many times over. But I have a question. So like, as you've grown up, so you've played video games when you were younger, right?
Yes.
And you've grown up a few years since starting playing video games. Have you found that visually or anything story-wise or anything else like are starting to attract you to games more? Like, do you see like games that are less color bringing you in? Like when you were younger, you had more like colors would bring you in or anything like that?
So you're talking more like vibrant colors.
Vibrant color. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like the different in like change in mood.
Okay.
So like the change in color to like kind of like the game unraveled. Sometimes it would be like nighttime and then like daytime and then be like really dark in like a dark room and then like super light because like you're right next to a lamp light.
Well, so thinking between yourself and like maybe some of your friends and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What would turn you guys to look at a specific video game and be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." What would it have to do to catch your guys' attention?
It would probably have to do with like, just like cute stuff.
Okay.
Like cute things, not a really hard game. Like maybe like it would be like Arceus, but like without all the. If you get spotted, you're gonna pass out.
Right. Okay. So does it matter if that game is on like a mobile device, like a phone or a tablet, or a bigger computer or a video console or something?
It doesn't really matter to me. If it's a game that catches my eye, like the unpacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a little story, and then you gotta actually figure out where some things go, like in which rooms. It's just really fun.
That's a good question. So with unpacking, I reviewed Unpacking, gave it a pretty good score. You can go read the review at savingcontent.com.
Hey,
is the story actually interesting to you? What they present through, the not subliminal, but the
undertones.
The undertones of what you're doing in there, with like different pictures that you're finding, or different objects that you've collected through the years. Is that story that's revealing itself as you play? Is that actually interesting?
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because it like starts with like her like old like room that she's like moving into when she was like she just started to like move away from her mom's house, and it's like an apartment, and then she moves into a bigger house, and then she just like finds out about a bunch of stuff. She likes to draw, I'm guessing, because she has that little figure.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of those coloring pencils. And I just think it's really interesting because I like to see how games and other people's life in games kind of is.
Kind of like how it progresses and
in time,
changes over time. Okay.
Yeah. I like.
So you do have. You're not just playing games to play a game, because to put it pretty bluntly, games have progressed drastically.
Yes.
And it very much used to be when me and Ed were younger. A game was for kids, and it didn't really need to have a story. It didn't really need to make sense. It just needed to have a good gameplay loop, or something that you could do repetitively to keep you busy.
So I'm sure you've played like Mario and Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
So if a game today came out just like that, but maybe nicer graphics, would that be something that would keep your interest?
Maybe if it was like if it was kind of like the Kirby's, like the like thing where you were on the Wii and then like you draw some stuff like on the Kirby's World thing. If it was, like,
so are you talking about like Epic Yarn?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was kind of like that, I would probably like it.
All right, so I mean, it sounds like it would still have to do something different than
It have more of a nuance. Yeah.
There has to be a gimmick to keep you there, or at least a good story.
Right.
Yeah.
If someone were to put out a Mario like just almost an A to B clone with different levels, you probably wouldn't play it.
It wouldn't be as interesting.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be as interesting because
even if it had cute animals in it.
I might play it then.
So I'm getting a cute animal vibe. Maybe
cute animal kind of takes precedent over everything. Does this game have a cute animal? Maybe I will play it. You should probably try Grapple Dog.
You might actually like Grapple Dog. Yes, we talked about.
I like Skatebird.
Skatebird, yes.
Yeah.
It's also one I have reviewed, so check it out.
I
Save
played
content.
it too.
I have to get. I want to get. What is it? Kiwi? No. Oh no, it's the one with the kiwi birds.
Oh,
You're
I
the
know
male.
I know what you're talking about. I forget the name
I
of the
can't
game.
remember what it is now, but it's when you're a bunch of kiwi birds and you deliver mail. It's like
It might be just Kiwi,
it might something like that. Yeah,
but it's spelled
I
like
think so.
Keewee or something like
yeah.
that.
I think it's a play on it, but yeah, it's like it's supposed to be like a overcooked, but with mail. So that look kind of cute.
Yeah.
I think you might enjoy that. So with what I've always thought, and maybe this is because age wise, we're getting older, that there's more refinement as you get older, right?
You're kind of looking for more.
You looking for more or looking for something different where the gameplay loop isn't necessarily as important as the graphics and the story.
Yeah. Well, no, there are a few games that, the gameplay is very light, but you're kind of playing more for the actual story. So for me, some of those Telltale games, like the first season of The Walking Dead, I played through and I really enjoyed it. The gameplay is very light. There is the occasional, you got to make a decision. And there are some moments where you're walking around, but it's all about the story. It's all in service of the story. And something like that, really spoke to what I was, looking for at the time. And I wonder if they had a game where it was, let's say, Animal Crossing with those characters, but it was, there's barely any actual gameplay. And all it was you just pressing like the A button or the B button just to progress through the story. Would that be something you would enjoy?
Probably not.
Okay. So
I want to actually play something, not just like.
So you still
press
have
the
that
A
aspect of, story is good, cute animals are good, but a gameplay, a game needs to be played.
Yes.
You still have that play. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, in my opinion, is where you get the difference with age is you have the gameplay being one thing as a younger player, because it's that's what's enticing you. Whereas as an adult or getting older, you're looking for emotional connection and story and something, for lack of a better term, refined. So I that's how I've always kind of seen it. And I was just wondering, because I've seen my daughter, all three of my kids play games, and they're at different levels, right? My son's 15, so he's playing very different games than Genevieve here. She's
10.
She's 10. She's playing very different games than Maris, my youngest, who is 4. So, obviously Maris is because hand-eye coordination is still getting there. Right. But yeah, it seems like age does make a difference, but in my opinion, but I don't think it's the same difference. But it's the difference that I think a lot of people perceive. Something simplistic doesn't necessarily equate to a children's game, right?
Right.
Because those Telltale games are simplistic in nature. It's press A, continue. But that's not necessarily what's going to drive the younger mind to want to engage in it.
Yeah, for some, that's just going to be seen as boring because you're not doing anything.
Well, there is this one game where I think it's called Our Battle Has Just Begun.
Okay.
And like
I
literally played for like 40 minutes. And all I've done is dialogue. So I'm like, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And I literally skipped like
so you're saying
like 50 minutes worth of dialogue.
We should sit you
and I'm still stuck on just dialogue.
So what you're saying is we should sit you in front of Phoenix Wright.
I do think Genevieve has watched Des play Phoenix Wright and fallen asleep.
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell by that reaction, that was not a well-liked game. But I think we covered that.
Yeah, I think
fairly adequate.
good coverage of, what one would expect, like something from a younger audience.
Yeah.
It's not, I think it's kind of what you would expect, but at the same time,
there's still nuances there that
nuance.
I think the biggest assumption is that, like I've said before, is that something simplistic, as long as it's a game, will catch younger audiences.
As long as you can do something fun,
right? And that's what it's about. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up today. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Genevieve, for joining us.
Yes,
it was fun.
Great fun.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Well, I mean, you live in the house, so I couldn't get away from you.
Uncle Ike could.
That's true.
Well,
if you enjoyed the conversation and are looking for more, give the Quick Save podcast a listen for their additional in-depth discussions. Also, be sure to visit savingcontent.com for the latest news and reviews. What do we got? Anything specific on up?
Nothing that I'm familiar with going up right now. I will have something up shortly for, again, Grapple Dog. Assetto Corsa is going to have something up there soon. Dynasty Warriors I got coming up. I know Scott's working on a few things here and there. Evan's got a big one coming up.
Ooh.
And he obviously still working and playing through it. And I've got 2 video previews going up eventually here. So we're going to have some content coming. It just needs to get actually edited.
That harder work, not the fun stuff. If you guys have any questions, topics, or want to correct us on something, which, far and few between, but, hey, I guess it happens. Send an email at .exe at saving.content.com.
Saving.content.
Yep, I said a lot of dots in that. So let's try that one more time. .exe at savingcontent.com. Nailed it that time. Or post over on Twitter and Facebook at Saving Content. Also, take a minute, subscribe to the .exe podcast if you haven't yet.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to messing up.
Yeah, well, you should have been sneezing a lot more than just that. Take a minute and subscribe to the .exe podcast if you haven't yet. And why not go subscribe to Saving Content YouTube channel too? You got all the stuff from us. You got the stuff from Scott and Evan. It's all there. You can get your grubby little paws all over it. We have our podcast posted up on there as well, obviously. Well, I just reread that. That's nice. Finally, if you like the show, give us a rating and review. You can do it right in your podcast app. And tell your friends about .exe. It'll help us grow. We'd really appreciate it. And honestly, let's get our voices out there. Everyone needs to hear me talk. That's just how I've been telling this to my wife and my friends for years, and they don't believe me.
Sure.
And at
Everyone
the end,
loves to hear the sound of his own voice.
Well, of course I do. I mean, don't you?
I'm not going to deny this.
And as always, thank you for listening. And remember, kindness costs us nothing, but it means everything.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.